strange. Why are we afraid of the first time? Every day in life is a first time. Every morning is new. We never live the same day twice. We never afraid of getting up every morning. Why?
As a creator, I realized that my work is often in some way influenced from the transgressions that has happened in my life. In Edward Young's case, he laments reality takes you in another direction. His film EE poses the same conundrum, expectations versus reality. The plot centers around the Jian family in Taipei, and every family member has their own issues. NJ, the middle-aged father, is disillusioned by his commercial work. Later on, an old flame from 30 years ago confronts him. Yang struggles as a laconic child trying to find answers. Ting Ting is embroiled in a relationship with her friend next door and her boyfriend. NJ's wife faces her midlife crisis when she realizes that she has been living an empty life. His brother-in-law has financial troubles and struggles in between the relationship of his now pregnant wife and old lover. As the film progresses, the characters go through difficult trials. It starts with union, then to uncertainty, life, and finally death. In each situation, the characters are posed with difficult questions with no easy answers.
Bobby, 你看到的我看不到，我看到的你也看不到啊，我怎么知道你在看什么呢？
你问的问题爸爸都还没想过。
From the start, we are given the impression of a harmonious family setting. It doesn't last long when Ati's ex-lover comes to disrupt the wedding. After the title, we see the family through a monitor. Edward Young quietly weaves an image for the viewers and reminds us that we are outsiders looking into his characters' lives, much like how strangers may look at you through their own tinted perspective. It might look peaceful on the outside, but there are always dark clouds in the horizon. For example, Ati's marriage portrait is placed upside down, foreshadowing their troubles down the road. NJ chanced upon his old flame at the start, and what looked like a peaceful meeting becomes haunting later on. Ting Ting is reminded to take out the trash but left it to fester, much like how everyone has their own baggage and we often do not want to confront them until it comes back to haunt us, one way or another. Unlike most filmmakers, Edward Young does not enjoy using close-ups at all. To him, close-ups are ineffective because they only show the facial expression. The body language and surroundings are cut off. We are unable to see the movement, posture, and reactions. In fact, there are only a handful of mid-shots throughout the film. The camera framing in EE is often close enough that it dignifies the characters, yet at the same time, just far enough that they aren't out of our sight. We are tangled up in their lives, yet not close enough to confront their reality. You can almost say that the camera is being respectful. It avoids getting too close to the characters and their conflicts. The camera remains stationary and the shots don't cut back and forth. Edward Young lets his characters finish what they have to say. And when confronting the hard truths, the framing often shows the characters through a reflection or concealment. It's particularly effective in portraying the conflicts of reality. For example, when Ati tries to commit suicide, we are not shown anything, but we know just enough.
Ati! 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 Ati 啊！你搞什么？你洗澡水放着，你也不跟我打一声响啊你！我一大早回来，你还跟我生什么气啊？你王八蛋！阿弟！阿弟！你在那边干嘛啊你？怎么那么臭瓦斯味啊？阿弟！啊！阿弟！阿弟！你怎么了，阿弟？阿弟，开门啊，阿弟！电话，电话啊！电话，电话。
The concealment allows our empathy and imagination to paint a far more realistic picture than direct conveyance. It was such a powerful moment just watching them silently from a distance. Edward Young understands the human condition and relationships so well that he masterfully weaves the story through the clarity of wide shots and concealment of environment. Expectations, reality.